Hi, I'm Paulo. I am 24 years old. I am from Galicia, which is a part of Spain. But we speak Galician there. It's something to consider. I don't usually say around that I'm from Spain. I usually say I am specifically from Galicia. I have already finished at university. I have the degree in chemistry, and that allowed me to do some chemistry reactions here in the youth center. The main reasons that I wanted to join into this volunteer experience is because I wanted to go abroad. Not only because of speaking a different language, but also because seeing different cultures that is much better than just going there for a few days of touristing. We can say that Latvia chose me because you don't have like you cannot choose all the countries in Europe. You just are accepted depending on your skills in a specific project. But once I've been say like, okay, we are glad to welcome you here in Latvia. Actually, I was really curious about East Europe countries because until you're here, you don't really know what's happening there. You know that it's part of Europe, but you don't know what is the mentality and the way of living there. When you are accepted to come to Latvia, I went upstairs to tell that to my parents, and they said me, "What is Latvia?" And I'm like, I just used vague sentence which didn't tell anything. I went upstairs and I checked it. Latvia, Letonia, we call it Letonia. I knew, of course, where it was, but I didn't know exactly about it. I know that they were good in basketball. You don't do what you hear about. I haven't met a person from Latvia before I came here. And here I met a lot. They love potatoes. On Mondays, I'm teaching English, both to teenagers and to adults. On Tuesdays, it was teaching Spanish to kids, but the kids stopped coming, so now I have like a kind of free that day, but still sometimes a couple of kids come to play with me. So on Tuesday, sometimes they come, and also there's the animation workshop. I help Arta when she needs my help. Other times I'm just playing with the kids who doesn't want to be in that workshop. On Wednesday, I have my chemistry demonstrations in which I prepare a few chemistry tricks and we discuss what is happening there. On Thursdays, we have the music group, which is working pretty well. We are not so many and we're open to welcome someone else, but we have an awesome guitar player and we have already like 7 or 8 songs that we can sing properly actually. And after, I have one of the best initiatives that was been happening is that I'm teaching Spanish and I have a few students that they're so passionate about the language. When I was finishing my degree, I had kind of clear like I wanted to be a high school teacher. After I finished the degree, I was not so sure. This year I'm taking the decision of if I want to be a teacher or not. I think I could because my Spanish classes are going well and the English classes also, but I think I don't want to. It's difficult to motivate teenagers. When you're working with them, you really know that. So I think that I will take that path down and I will move into being or researching or industrial sectors. Every Tuesday I go to volleyball with some locals, older than me, but I think we are in the same page. We have kind of the same interests. We cannot speak a lot, but I enjoy the non-verbal communication that we have there. And you don't need to speak a lot to play volleyball. I enjoy playing football. Sometimes I meet people to play football. I also go to the 2 clubs which are there here. I go to Mojito sometimes on the weekend. What else? I spent a lot of time with the other volunteers, mostly because it's with whom we are used to speaking English. But people in Latvia speak such a good English. 2 weeks ago, I have been in Jaunpievalda, here it goes. And I have been also in Gulbene for sure. in Saldu, in Ruyena. Also, I have been in Tesis. Of course, I have been in Riga a few times. Ventspils. Also, with the youth center, we went to Ventspils. You have this thing of guys have to go to the cooking and to the sewing thing, and the boys, they go to the wood carving, and that is like that. If you're a girl and you go to, and you really love wood carving, you cannot. And the same is true for a boy who really loves cooking. And yesterday I went to a dance contest, and there was like easily 60 girls dancing and 2 boys in the whole event. What I think, I don't know, like it's funny because everyone knows each other here. It's like Tukums is more between the kids, that everyone knows me already in Tukums, so among kids, like Paulo, or they call me Francesco sometimes, but but they all the time say me hi in the streets. And I have a few friends who are originally from Latvia, so Latvians. But still, the thing I know is that it's difficult to start being friends with them, but once you're a friend, you keep friends with them like kind of for forever. It doesn't matter what you do, that they wanna be open for a call from you. I like Tukums. For my personal opinion, I like it because I'm from a small town as big as Tukums, and for me, it just has enough. I know that for some of the other volunteers it's too small, but I enjoy it that way. For me, it's true that maybe I would prefer to live in Riga, which is the big city that you have, or also there is a few others. But just now that I'm young, and that is where the jobs are. But otherwise, I would prefer to spend my retirement here in Tukums. And I like it because you have like a close city center with all the things that you need. My flatmate Rahel is in a choir, so I have seen that that big story, I don't know how to call it, like that tradition that everyone can sing here, Latvian dances. So I also have seen that with your traditional costumes that I feel identifying because the same happens in Galicia. We have our own dances and our own dresses for those dances. I have been with the mentor of Rahel in her home, and something that I'm bringing with me for my Christmas in Galicia is that before you get a present, you have to give a piece of poetry, you have to recite a poem, you have to sing a song, you have to dance, you have to tell a joke. That's something that is very funny, and I find like guys keep it like that.
Latviešu valodā ir ļoti grūti. Es domāju, tas ir impossible per mans. Es biju šeit 7 meses, bet nerunā. Bet varbūt no cilvēki nesarunā angļu vai, protams, ne spāņu, un es runāju ar viņi no latviski, bet tas ir nonsensical stuff. It's difficult because you have like 6 cases, more than 6 it is, yeah. And I have 0. In the way that we speak, we don't have that kind of. So it's completely new for me to have like that thing that you change the end of the word. I don't remember how you call that. Yeah, and also it's not a Latin language, so it happens that all the words are different, most of them. There is aplause, which is like aplauso no Spanish valuda, but the most of them is I had to learn it from the beginning. I live with Rahel, I work with Rahel. If you spend so much time with a person, or you end up hating that person or loving it. I was lucky that for me, was completely only love feelings there, no way that it is adorable. Even though we are so different, and I love her. More than Carcassonne ever. If you're in the youth center, you have to look like you cannot be down, because the kids in general, people doesn't want you when you are, there's a song which says, nobody likes you when you are sad and gray. So the same for the kids. So if you are here and you are not trying to be funny with them, they will not gonna feel like coming. But I also need to refill my batteries, and I spend a lot of time at home, like doing nothing, not even watching the series that I have on my chest, while I'm watching the laptop, and I'm there like that, and just thinking in nothing. Like that is the way I kind of refill myself, more than sleeping. I think that thing that the people say, like you are super energetic, you are all the time talking, is more depends on the situation. I also have my days which I feel a little blue. Tagad es gandrīz saruna es runa latviski, es negribu mājās. I'm planning to stay here for next year. I have people quite like Spanish language, so I can teach it. I also gonna take a few courses in university. Next year I'm planning to stay in Latvia. Let's see what happens, because if there is an offer of a job from somewhere else, you have to take it. You are not in the position of turning down any of those opportunities. This year is not a wasted year for me in professional talking. First, I have learned a lot of English. I have learned a new language that probably in Galicia, I know I don't speak Latvian, okay, fine. But it's gonna be in the top 10 of people who speaks Latvian in Galicia. So it's already something that makes you different professionally talking even, because an employee also values that you have a language that not so many people speak. At the end of your project, you will realize that you have seen more things about Latvia that you could ever try to see coming here every single summer. As you come here, you are a part of the country. And of course, I say hello to the people from my country and stuff. My country, Galicia, and especially from Moaña and Santiago de Compostela, and for my family, and for anyone who knows me and is watching this, it's Paulo there.